going on, everybody? I hope y'all are well, and I hope my Jeritones are really well. But I'm all y'all to be well, okay? I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this amazing studio, the Jaren M. LeGrett Studio. Yo, I've been thinking about this song for weeks, and I keep saying, you know, I should do a video on this song. I don't know why I haven't yet, but I want to do it now. And y'all know I love this group and this man's music, so I'm not about to get into all the details of what it is. We gonna just hop into it. But before we do that, I always want to tell you that I'm going to start and stop a lot while the video is going. So if you like starting and stopping and talking about things as they happen, then go to another video or click the link in the bio to see the entire video without me talking at all. But if you mind stopping and starting and talking about things as they happen in the moment, then you found the right channel, so stick around. If you don't know this song, you know this song, if that makes sense. Even if you don't know that you know the song, you know the song. This is one of the most iconic gospel songs in the world, and I mean that lightly. Anybody who has heard music ever in their life has heard this song at one point in their life. This song came out, I think I was like 7, 8, or 9 years old or something like that, and this song came out, and this song has still been a mainstay in gospel ever since. And I remember first hearing this song, I was like 8 years old at a concert, and I heard them little stacked up amens, and I'm like, how they do that? I remember thinking to myself, how they do these stacked up amens like that? Like, that's crazy. How did they stack up the amens and invert like that? I just couldn't understand how they did it. I remember trying to learn it forever and did not know what the song was at the time, but when I was young, I still knew that the song was something. I'm like, dang, this is major. So y'all, let's get into this iconic moving song, and y'all, I'm gonna try to be good. I'm gonna try to be good. I ain't gonna do nothing today. I ain't gonna shout. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just talk about the music itself. We'll see. Here is a voice analysis of Richard Smallwood and Vision singing Total Praise. Lord, I will lift. It's almost like the vibrato just rolls along the vocal line. Lord, I will lift. And every phoneme, every sound that they do is so dramatic in the best way. It just has so much lushness and juiciness to it. Lord, I will lift. You see, Lord, I. They really chew that. Lord, I. You hear every part of that diphthong right there. So the vowels are longer, but they're not like super long. They're just so true. I call these vowels true vowels, just really shapely, but yet still relatable, if that makes sense. Coming from you. And you can really hear a lot of the little tiny throws and the little tiny slides. It's coming from you. But they're only in certain places, though. They're not everywhere. It's coming from... No. It's coming from you. It's almost like 60% gospel, like 40% choral, if that makes sense. There's a little choral formality to his music, but it's still very gospel. It's still very gospel, yeah. Stop it. I just want to play the play. Oh my gosh. But you hear the legato. Your peace you give me in time of the storm. It's really that buildup of the lushness of the vocal line and how they articulate the delivery, and then the buildup of the intensity in the volume and the vocal delivery itself as they climb up in this verse right here. It's just so good. It's just so good. And they're doing it naturally. Like, Vision is one of the top choirs in the world, okay? Argue with your mama. Again, argue with your mama, your daddy, whoever, but you ain't gonna argue here, and it is not up for debate at all. You can't tell me they're not some of the best singers on this planet. You just can't tell me that. You can never convince me of that. Anyway, but yes, you can hear how natural it feels and how natural it sounds for them. But they're really being very intentional with every single move that they're making as they're climbing up in this verse, you know, and all the chords and the 4-part and the 3-part and the dissonance and the things. His music is not as easy as we think to sing. Let me be crystal clear about that too. I think a lot of people think his music is super easy to sing. Oh, no. If you really listen to his music, it's not easy. It is not easy technique-wise, like physically. The notes aren't that easy. The execution is not that easy. There is a lot of control that has to happen to make his music successful. You know, we can sing the notes, but it ain't gonna be right. Notes are only one part of the whole picture that is music. The pitches are only one aspect. It's only one aspect. There's so many other components that go into making music or making art in music, okay? It's a lot more difficult to sing this stuff than we think, especially total praise in this key. It's just much more difficult than a lot of people think. See their mouths? You are. There's a spreadness to their sound. The strength with those little slides of my life. Okay? So they really have like those little slides with the little you are. There's a little bit more of a spreadness to the vowel shape right there. Lift my hands in. It wasn't hands in, hands in. If you watch the mouths, it's I lift my hands in. So the in has a little more of a pucker or more of a neutralness to it, if you will. And then total, it's not total, total. Total. So the second T is lessened. It's almost like a neutralized schwa of a consonant, if you will. Instead of total praise, no, total praise to you. Okay? So this total praise to you. Love watching them sing. I could watch videos of Vision sing for hours, and I actually do at home. I am like a diehard obsessed fan of Richard Smallwood and Vision. God, they're just so good and so poised. It's just, I just love their sound. It's so elevated, yet still relatable and tangible. You heard a little slide on that I. I lift my, yeah. I just want to make sure you caught that. It's that drama. I lift my, okay. Now, can I say this real quick before we keep going? I want to talk about how consistent the held out notes have to be vowel-wise. Amen. Okay? So it's an amen. Once you hit that meh, you stay on that vowel. Man. And there's a little slider there. Amen. A little bit of those little, the little leans right there. Because if you watch some sopranos, they're here. Man. They may have different vowel shapes on the man. Some people are doing man, whatever. But whatever they're doing vowel-wise is consistent. Man. Okay? And if you need to, like, you know, do stagger breathing for stuff like this, you can. If you need to come out, take a breath, come back in, just make sure your vowel shape doesn't leave. So if you want to stagger breathe, you'd be like, amen. And so when you breathe in, you don't change the shape. You just breathe in and it come back in. And just like that, okay? The sopranos had more of a lighter amen, and I think a lot of these amen placements between the soprano, alto, and tenor have to do with where the amens sit in their voices respectively. So sopranos, amen, for them, that's kind of low, or kind of like I'm chilling, so it's kind of lighter. Amen, kind of more lighter, a little more thinner folds. Some of them maybe possibly you're just lighter belt, maybe lighter thick folds, whatever. And then the altos have a little more of a beef. Amen, a little more of a darkness to their voice because it's kind of more upperish for them, possibly, if you will, you know? So it's a little bit more maybe in their upper part of their mid-range or higher than, you know, what it is for sopranos. So they have a little bit more beef, a little bit more volume. And it's only by a little. And then the tenors have more of a beltier sound. With even more of a thickness to their sound because they're kind of getting higher there too. But everybody's singing the same note. Amen, amen, amen on that inversion part. Everybody has that amen at some point. And the sopranos obviously are going to take that high octave in a minute. Now the sopranos, that note did not break. You see, I didn't break any part of that vowel, any part of that word. I had to stay there, and I really had to think about how I'm using my body and supporting that note with my abs, those breathing muscles, and really lock in and stay there and almost really stabilize my body for that sound. If you start letting go, it's going to kind of sink. You got to keep it there. Keep it there. And you can see the sopranos when they were singing, their bodies were there. Even though their hands were lifted, their bodies were in, you know? Yeah, you really gotta stay consistent in the sound and the vowel for a song like this. We have to do these long notes. If you gotta stagger breathe to come back in, do what you gotta do. But if you don't need to, which you probably don't need to, honestly, don't push a lot of air and just sing versus I gotta push air, because air and volume are not synonymous. They may work together sometimes, but air and volume are not the same. You don't have to make a lot of air to make a lot of volume. So yeah, so don't think about I gotta push the air. I'm just gonna sing and support and stabilize and lock in with the body and keep my vowel consistent. You'll be good to go. Mouths are open. You are. Then it goes to that R on the R until the very end. You are the source. You see what I'm saying? Of my strength. And that to you. It wasn't to you. Nope. Or it wasn't to you. To you. So the two in you, that wide glide, you. The lips are still puckered, to you. So that lip pucker never changed on to you, to you. And did you hear how smooth they came in on the amens? It wasn't amen. No. Amen. It's really low, smooth onset, really nice lean into the sound. Amen. Okay, with that vibrato and that legato staying throughout the entire thing. That vibrato was there, that legato was right there. Amen. Hearing the timbre changes of the three different parts on the amens, how the sound does change. It's a cool texture to have. And be clear, them tenors and vision can get up there. Okay? Sopranos can get up to the stratosphere. The altos can get up there too, and the tenors can definitely get up there. Okay? Shoot. If you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below and click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And give this a like and a thumbs up, please. I want to get to more people if it can, okay? And as I will always continue to say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all. Love you. I'll see y'all soon.